Assalamu alaikum. The United States Agency for International Development, commonly referred to as USAID in Pakistan, has a very interesting predicament. Most Pakistanis think that this is an agency which has a very large footprint, very bloated presence, but very little to show for itself. Most Americans, especially on the government side, feel very sad and disappointed that the agency is doing so much, is spending so much, is working on so many interesting and important projects, but there's very little understanding or acknowledgement of what it is doing. What is the truth? Fortunately, today we are joined by the outgoing country director of the USAID in Pakistan, Mr. Sisson, who has spent almost 2 years in Pakistan. And we're very lucky to have him here. A very warm welcome to you.
Thank you, Mohit.
To understand all these questions from you, but first of all, as a very personal question, that what were your impressions when you came into this country about almost 2 years ago in October 2010?
When I got here in October 2010, the first thing I did after I barely landed was went with General Nadeem Ahmed, chairman of NDMA, National Disaster Management Authority, to Dadu province in Sindh. And we flew over Dadu by helicopter.
Dadu district in
the province of Sindh. And we landed, we got briefed by the Pakistani military, and we visited in a camp for displaced persons. And I had very powerful first impressions from Pakistan that will always remain with me.
One were the powerful?
Well, one was the dynamic leadership of General Nadeem. But not only strong leadership, but the way he connected with individuals, with children in the camp. I just thought that was wonderful. Not pretentious, not arrogant, but very professional, but humane. I was impressed by the Pakistani military and their commitment to helping Pakistan recover from this tragedy. I was very impressed by the resilience of the Pakistani people in the camps. But the thing that surprised me most, Moeed, was it wasn't just USAID or the UN that was providing assistance like food aid or health care, which we did a lot of, as you know, but the private sector of Pakistan. This IDP camp in Dadu was managed and financed by a Pakistani private bank. It was generous private philanthropy that was helping Pakistanis in their time of need. And I didn't appreciate how important that was until I saw it on the ground. Their dedication, their courage, they ran the camp beautifully. General Nadeem was very impressed. And that private sector partnership with government to help people in time of need is something that I've seen time and again now in my time here in Pakistan. And I think it's one of Pakistan's great strengths. And it's something that USAID is very pleased to work with, to take advantage of. And as we can discuss later.
This comment actually gives me a thought that, what were you thinking when you were coming? In the sense that you came, you went to Dadu district, there was a disaster, and you saw the military, General Nadeem, and you saw this spirit of philanthropy from the private sector. And this impressed you. But what were you expecting before that, before you were coming to Pakistan? I mean, when you were nominated, when you were assigned to Pakistan, you were coming here to take over as the country director. What were your thoughts about the country? Were you expecting this kind of resilience? And
I had no expectations on the private sector generosity. I did not know that there was such strong government competence and that the positive role that the military played. I didn't have that on-the-ground feeling. Understanding. Also, the flood was a huge problem. It was in worldwide news, including the United States. 20% of Pakistan was underwater. 20 million people were affected. But you don't believe it until you see it on the ground, where as far as the eye can see, all you see
is water.
Or maybe the top of a tree or a school rooftop poking through. It was epic.
How have these impressions evolved, since October 2010?
So what I've over time realized that learning more that the government can be a good partner, but it's complicated.
Right.
It's not just, it's Pakistani government operates on many levels, national, provincial, district, even down into the communities. And with devolution, which took place after I got here, the lower levels of governance have become increasingly important. So that's one thing that I've gained greater appreciation for, and I think Pakistanis have gained greater appreciation for as devolution has taken place. But also, as I mentioned, that the private sector, foundations, corporate social responsibility, individuals, are very generous. They care about their country, and they're proving to be wonderful partners for USAID in the work we do as well.
You said the Pakistani working with the government can be complicated because of various levels. Another complication which existed in the last 2 years, ever since you came here, was increasingly strained, more trust deficit, more strained relationship between Washington and Islamabad. How has it affected your work?
It's made it more difficult, but it has not stopped us. In fact,